to my office. Started the day with two meetings. One meeting was with a lawyer, building out a partner network of experts in different fields, specifically legal. So when someone is getting any brand identity work with our portfolio company, Studio IX, we already have that network in place, especially brand identity when you have to get your logo, trademark, and all those things. And I learned something really, really good, which is, but that I didn't look at it like this. And basically, if you don't have your trademarks in, the way he described it was, it's like driving a car. And then when you get a cease and desist letter from someone to stop using that brand, he said it's like having 4 flat tires all at once, because you have to immediately stop selling in the marketplace. If you have inventory, that inventory goes, you can't do anything. So it's smart and it's wise to, do some of that preliminary work before you even get, start your branding and the logo and all that stuff. So that was really interesting, the way he described it, and the severity of, like, if you don't have things in place like that. So hopefully it works out. I think it's going to work out in terms of, like, them being in our partner network. They're really, what I really liked about them, they're called Indie Law. What I really liked about them is that most lawyers, like, the whole thing is like these, it's snubby and like suits, and like it's a very friendly, client-friendly firm, down to earth, doesn't speak in all the legalese, like makes it easy to understand. So and I've vetted at least 15 to 20 firms, and I'm just having calls and kind of like understanding what's going on. Because I want to put clients that we work with in the best hands possible, So I feel really good about them and the services that they offer to new brands. What's beautiful about ChatGPT and these other tools is I was actually looking for a specific type of course about holding companies and digital assets and combination of other things, and I really couldn't find it. So what's interesting is I actually built the course that I was looking for. And, I started with like a little thesis here, and then I've been, tweaking it a little bit to say, hey, I'm gonna create the course that I was looking for. So that's what I did here, and really customize and personalize to some of the different things that I wanted to see in it. From a philosophical perspective, as you see here, there's a philosophical layer that I added here. So it's really interesting when you can create the course that you're looking for. That's the future. If you've been following along, I've had office hours last week with a social media manager from Turkey named Kumru. And one of the pieces of that was finding a small project that she can work on and we can collaborate on, so we can figure out, A, if we work good together, and B, to see, her attention to detail and how well, she can execute on very limited information. And that's the key, how well she can execute on very limited information, because that's going to show the level of detail, the research, and things that she put in. So let me show you some of the posts that she made. You let me know what you think.
And my clothes.
Oh, so positive affirmation clothes.
Find somebody.
So this is a short that she did. Now, there are some few changes that she needs to make. What I liked is that she was able to go to the parent holding company website and pull the color scheme from there to make this.
Like a positive affirmation part.
That means she's paying attention.
I used to just take my daughter to just playland. It was just about playing. But now, as she's growing and maturing, she's able to see.
She was aware of that
opportunity.
And then she asked me a really good question and said, "What's the relationship between, these two brands?" So I was very keen in on that. And then she did a reel. Let's see here, a story. Same thing. So what we did was, I went back to her and says, hey, now that you have more information, come back to me with something else that's more aligned with,
Find
the
somebody.
input that I gave you. So, starting with small projects, I think the hiring process should be very collaborative and rewarding for both sides, and not drawn out or anything like that. It should be very productive. No resumes.
Like a
don't do all
positive
that
affirmation
stuff.
part.
Let's just see what
I used to just take my daughter
and
to
based off of that,
this playland. It was just about playing, but now as she's growing and mature.
I really want to document this thought, this idea, mainly as a note for my own self. But if it does benefit you, great. What I'm finding today, going through the course of my day, in the beginning of a business, you're almost willing to take any client because you're trying to capture, you create value, you create a sense of value that the market is responding back to. And in the beginning, you're trying to capture any value of that creation, any dollar that you can capture, you're trying to get. So what happens in the beginning is you'll take any client on. And what I need to do and what the focus is really have a North Star of the ideal client profile. And you may not get it right in the beginning, and you may even come into the situation with an ideal client. But I'm telling you, just from what I'm experiencing right now, is laser focus on who your ICP, your ideal client profile is super crucial, or you'll be taking any type of client, any type of industry, any vertical, and it doesn't really fit the direction that you're going into, and that's how you easily burn out. That's how you easily burn out, because if you're doing things that you don't want to be doing or it doesn't resonate with you, over time, that turns into burnout. I've been there before. I'm not saying everything's going to be the way you want it all the time. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is being clear on your preferences of the clientele you want to bring on is very critical, especially in the beginning, because I'm seeing myself right now like, oh, this client, this potential client, but they're all like in different verticals and different industries. And one of the things about that is every time you get a client from a different industry or a different vertical, you have to learn, you have to research that. That takes time. The efficient way is to find a niche of some sort, a combination of underserved areas of a client, a niche, to be pretty simple, a niche that you can serve over and over again. That way you can go deep on the process rather than just like surface level. So that's one of the things, I'm going to call this Tuna Talks. My Tuna Talk session. Not TED Talk, but Tuna Talk. That I'm thinking a lot about right now, because I can start to see that I can start to feel the pull of that. So what that signals to me is like, okay, let's spend time locking in on who is the ideal client profile per company partnership that I'm working with. So that way I can stay maintain focus. So sitting here just trying to lock in on the flywheel and how this whole system's gonna work. It's gonna start with the vlog, the daily vlog that you see every single day. And then where the next stage and next phase that I'm into now, and let me just actually write that down. Phase one, was just to get the vlog locked in. And now we're about to move on to phase two. And what phase two is going to be, and I'm giving you inside scoop. Phase two is going to be what I'm calling digital artifacts. And this could be anything from frameworks, lists of digital tools that I'm using, collaborative courses, anything that can be pulled from the vlog and moved into what I call digital artifacts and assets. These are things that I pull out of my vlog that I'm gonna put into a vault. And this vault is gonna attract a paid community. These are people that we're gonna be collaborating, working together, keeping each other accountable. But ultimately, as opportunities arise in the TFX portfolio companies, we're gonna build a talent pool. So these people here will be able to get on-demand opportunities here, which guess what? It creates more content on the vlog. And that's, you're getting the first sneak peek. And I'm gonna call this version, this is V1. So yeah, this is where we're at with it right now. Love to hear your feedback in the comments. All right, really productive day. I'm gonna close things down for today. I'm sorry, I have a lot of things going on right now. Let me focus on you. Let me give you my attention. So I'm done for the day. If there's anything in this video that resonated with you, please let me know. I would love to hear from you in the comments. At this time, we're going to pause office hours. I was getting a lot of DMs for office hours, and just put it this way, we're going to be building something I think that's going to be a lot more valuable to you specifically. So just stay tuned. I'm not going to make the announcement yet, but just stay tuned. But for now, if anything resonated, put it down in the comments. Love to hear from you. Also, if you don't have the time to do that, just give me a like. But just stay tuned. I'm going to make an announcement what I'm going to replace the office hours. I'm not going to replace the office hours. I'm just going to make it, I just want to make it more valuable for you. So I needed to take some time just to think it through, as you saw here, right here. I'll show you, I just want to think it through a little bit more because I want it to be valuable. That's it. So with that said, I'm out. Peace.